Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle video tutorial on add noise in Affinity Photo. So what can you do with add noise? First thing to do, find it in the filters, noise and add noise. Simple as that. You can add some noise and you can see the setting intensity 100%, particularly not that great frankly. I mean it's sort of very fine. However, you can simply use that and you can sort of manipulate it. You can see it does increase if you drag across. It says 100%. I mean really different. I mean it's staggering the difference between 99, 100%. That's something a bit odd there anyway. But however, if you drag and drag and drag, you will be able to increase the noise a bit more. I always think, of course, if you want very subtle, why not just go for very low value, 50, 60%, whatever. Also, you've got the option here for uniform as well as Gaussian and also monochromatic. So I'm just going to quickly apply it there. And you can see again, you can do exactly the same. You can see there and you can see it's more obviously black and white, that sort of noise. So you can certainly increase it even though the limit on there just seems to suggest when you're 100%, you can still extend it beyond 100%. So I think there's something slightly wrong in the way it analyses that setting. However, click apply. What you can of course do, you can always apply it a couple of times. So if you want more noise, so you can always repeat noise, add noise I should say. So you can apply it a couple of times, maybe 4 or 5, and then by that point, if you've got it 100%, you probably won't be able to see much. So just undo that. What you can do, go to repeat, add noise. You can also go to a layer and you can fade add noise. So you can go then set it to, so if you think, you know what, that wasn't so great, that so much noise at 100%, what I can do, I can set it to about 45. But you can also use blending modes. So you can just go through there, say like difference or hard mix, and you can create a variety, even though it seems to flicker quite, so it's trying to work itself out, redoing the preview. But you can see you can create some very interesting noise effects using that. And again, you can still go filter, repeat, add noise. Now another option, I'm just going to put it back there, is to go to a layer and go to new layer. So you create a new layer and then of course you need to fill it with something. And of course you can fill it with, obviously it's a pixel layer, you can go to filters and noise, add noise. And you can see at that point, you don't get any noise at all. It just will not work. So you need to actually fill it with something. So the best way around that, I always think quickly, you obviously use a fill or something. You can simply use the rectangle tool. That's my usual one. So like that, rectangle tool. And now, of course, what you can do, you can go to noise, add noise, and you can add noise to that. You don't have to use monochromatic. You can see the color. Actually, you can see it much easier when you just got white like that or a solid color. Out in there. I mean, to be honest, it's very, uniform's probably a bit better, I think. So click apply. Now, of course, once you've got that, what you can do, and I'm just going to remove that other layer, don't want that. What you got is background. You've got the pixels there. What you can do, you can blend them. So you've got just here, and you can run through it. And I just think it makes it easier. So you've got something useful that you can just bring in at any point, vivid light, and you can always, of course, tweak that. You haven't applied it destructively to your layer. So you can move it. And also, not only that, you've got the option, you can, of course, move it like that. So you can just move that around. Again, you've still got the full effect there of the noise. And also what you can do, you can hold down the Alt or Option key on the keyboard and duplicate. So you can create some interesting noise combinations just by simply dragging across that. You can create a very abstract design very quickly using that, just by shrinking that, scaling that down. As well as, of course, if you want to, you can always rotate the design as well to create like that. So there's a variety of different designs you can create with add noise using that approach. Now also what you can do, you can go there and you can remove it completely. I'm just going to get rid of that layer. But it is a useful thing doing a solid layer where you can just apply an effect like that. Let's just go back, right back to the start. Let's just get rid of that one. So you've got the background layer now. And what you can do, you can also use channels. So view, studio, and you've got channels and you've got layers there. Now all these ones can be stored as macros. So if you've got view, studio and macro, you can record all the various settings if you want. So once you've done that, you can go to channels. So channels panel, go to the composite red, you can just go to repeat add noise, and you can see it applied there. Now you don't have to apply it to any of the others. You can reset, and you see the noise now is only affecting the red channel. So you've got noise, red noise. Also what you can do, and let's just put it back to make certain all the channels, quite often I do this and I end up forgetting that I'm still in red channel only. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. What you can also do, you've got selections. Now you can use obviously a variety of selections here. So you've got colour range, you've got select reds, tonal range, all those sort of things. But you can also use the standard tools over here. So maybe elliptical, and just quickly create an ellipse. So if you want, say, noise in this area, you can simply just go to filters, and again you could use that, or just go down to noise and add noise. Again, you can see it applied there, Gaussian, whatever, monochromatic, click apply. Or of course you can go there and select and invert pixel selection. So that's the area that's going to work. So again, repeat add noise, and you can just apply it, and then you've got that empty bit there. Also what you can do, of course, is that you can, one thing I didn't do when I had another layer, just going to quickly create another layer again. Let's just create a quick layer, and then go to filter, and unfortunately you have to go to there, noise, add noise, and you can add noise to it, very quick and easy, apply. Now of course what you can also do, you can distort this design. So you've got this, all this noise in here, you can go to filters and distort and deform. So you can click on there on this design, and you can distort it, and you can create some very interesting sort of unusual colour effects by simply dragging this design out. Distort it, and you can also use similarity as well, so you can see, create some very weird designs there. It's that simple, the way it drags the colour. And of course what you can do, you can always go to filter, repeat, deform, and you can really create repeat, deform again very quickly from your add noise effect. You created a very extreme distortion. So that's quite a useful way of using the add noise. So next thing to do, let's just go through, I'm going to use patterns, I think. That's going to be the next one. Actually, I'm going to work with this one. Why not? Let's just go and say layer and go down to new pattern layer from selections. I've got this pattern selected here. And then what I can do, I can resize it. Now if I go back up here to the move tool, I can go up here to the mirror. So I can just set that, and you can see now it's mirrored, which is quite nice for this sort of design. And of course you can rotate the pattern design, you can shear it, and so on and so on. But also what you can do, of course, you can add noise to that. And you can add noise just to a particular area if you want as well. So filters, noise, and add noise. And you can see now the add noise is added all the way across there. And again, you can do exactly the same in terms of doing all the various fade there, fade, add noise, maybe go for difference or whatever. Now, I haven't checked before I start the video, I'm just going to do it now. So layer, new, I filter layer, don't always check, noise, add noise, oh there is, okay, that's good. So add noise, what it does, it adds a layer on top. Not all of the filters have got it. Suddenly I thought, I wonder if add noise is there as well. Well, it is, great. So what you can do now, I'm just going to go back now. So I'm just going to undo that, because I don't want the noise on it first. That sort of distraction, adding noise on top. So what you can do, you can remove those ones, and I'm just going to go to this, back to this pattern layer. And you go to layer, and down here to new layer filter layer, and noise and add noise. And again, set that. Always slightly unusual that the intensity is set to 0. You'd think that because you're adding noise, it would set it to something reasonable, 50% or something. Just seems always odd. However, what you got uniform, you've got exactly the same settings as before, but this time you've got opacity, you've got normal, and you can then change it. So you've got difference, you can run through them. Add. Sometimes they get so dark. That's another one. Linear burn. Let's go for that one. So you've got that, and you see that's applied just to that pixel layer, that pattern layer, I should say. So there's the pattern layer. If you select the pattern layer, you can still modify the pattern. Now you can also modify the add noise as well if you want. You can see you can still change that, but you've still got the noise added and it's still editable. So if you want to, you just go to that one, double click, bring up the panel, and you can just change that again. Maybe just slide across and create some more or less. Change it maybe from monochromatic, and so on and so on. And again, you can change that if you want to go through all the different settings. Saturate, hue, divide, subtract. Some are better than others, so maybe they're not always so useful. So anyway, you've got that with the noise. So that's a great way of creating some very unusual designs. And I must admit, it's really quite nice that you can create some very weird and wonderful distorted designs using just noise. So hope you found this tutorial of interest. Always adding new tutorials all the time about Photoshop, Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, and many others, of course. Also, if you've got any comments, always please put them below in the comment section. Always great. Also, please subscribe. Always please subscribe to the channel. And also check out my Graphic Extras website, thegraphicextras.com. Got loads and loads of tutorials on there. I'm always adding tutorials every day on that as well. Obviously the video, and also a lot more text and description. So you might find it easy to actually go through that. Also, a dislike or like. Thank you much.